Hey, Tiger.
Yeah.
I'm not buying you Klondike shit until I get a dog.
Oh.
Please, listeners.
Shit.
Wow.
Show your support for my dog needs and wants. Thanks, Brown Sarah.
Wow!
I got my own Klondike bars. I don't need that.
But you know what, Sarah, just go out and get a fucking dog.
It was great because I was sitting like on my iPad when the email came in, like, oh!
Oh, that was last
That was
week
meant for like the last podcast.
Right. I remember we were talking about Tiger and Klondike bars or whatever.
Like I walked in my house, took my iPad out, and like reconnected to the internet, and that was the first thing that happened. I was like, you just missed us by like a minute.
It actually says dog, plural, and
Yeah,
singular.
it says dog.
Oh.
Sarah completely has my vote on
dogs.
getting the dog.
You know, Tiger, though, they say once you have two, you can get three.
Why do you hate dogs so much?
I don't hate dogs. I love dogs.
Then why don't you want to get one?
You want to take care of it?
I before Sarah getting the dog, as long as she records his entire reactions to it the first day.
I just want to ask one question, and then I'll get on the
Okay.
subject. I know it's a soft subject, but I mean, do you feel that you're going to end up taking care of it? You feel like Sarah won't?
No, she will, but I'll end up taking care of it more, probably. I'll probably have to bring it here.
You don't gotta record
Yeah, I was gonna
it.
say both of you guys aren't really home during the day a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
And you don't gotta
I'd
record
be
it.
down with that, man. I used to love having cousin Jack here.
And I'll tell you what will happen. You don't have to record his reaction. He's gonna act disgruntled about it at first, but slowly, him and the dog will be closer than Sarah and him would.
I think if they got a dog, Tiger would be completely.
No, I'm into a dog. That's
His
not
heart
the issue.
would
It's
melt.
the time.
You
The
become
time not being
softer.
home.
Yeah.
Well, you can always drive
Dog
home
in the
with
shop.
dog out.
Wow.
That's what I
Dog
want
in
to
the
do.
shop.
Wait.
When you're in like a
Tony, go to
working,
my house and let the dog out.
when you're in a working environment, like outside of here, where you're not all friends already and stuff, and you work with assholes, and you talk to people who know the asshole, they'll be like, "Oh, he used to be so much worse, but then he had kids," and it just tends to soften you up as a person. I'd be interested in seeing the new
Dog
version
tiger?
of the tiger. Dog tiger. Tiger dog. It's one of them tiger dogs.
So you got a dog, would you name him Bebop?
Let's see more in response.
I think you
Well,
can
you
know
gave one.
What are you watching right now?
Don't worry about me.
On mic, Tiger is usually watching a sport game. I could kind of
Yes,
see that.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
keeping up with the
It's a
scores. No,
commercial.
there's like, it looks
a
like 30
commercial.
Rock or something.
No,
It's a fucking commercial, you dope.
He's watching hockey.
Trying to.
Tiger's working on getting changing his seat into a toilet bowl. So he just doesn't have to fucking do anything.
right.
Anyway,
There's enough colors in this crayon box.
Sorry.
24 is not a good enough
Line of the
spectrum for you?
week.
No, makes no sense. There's apricot,
Apricot.
tangerine,
Whatever happened to
shitty
blue?
gray, a white, like
Fuck you, Crayola.
great. Tony, you threw that one in there.
Is that the color? Is that the color of Tony's hoodie?
That's it just for men he gets.
This is a great hoodie.
Shut up. You guys ready for next email?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that
great,
poor
though.
excuse of a parade? Did you guys? Oh my
No,
god! I was trying to go to the gym. And
You
it
gotta
was
run
just,
backwards and fast forwards.
Yeah, being
I saw the
fucking.
video of the guy getting beat to shit by cops.
See, I didn't see that, but I think is I saw on the corner of Forest and Bard, I think it was. Just it was snowing. It was starting to snow, and just all these alcoholics are just standing. It's like go home at this point. And it's just the most useless day of the year for me, being sober.
I heard John Thompson was out there till 3 in the morning.
Looking for
Yeah,
heaven.
but there was a parade.
Yeah, he was here.
Where's John Thompson?
Nah, someone beat him. That's all him.
It's
What?
just
He's not over there.
it's just people standing still and waving at people who are moving and waving. That's all a fucking parade is.
No, yeah. I mean, look, the Staten Island St. Patty's Day parade is like 85% an excuse for people to just
drink
go
out
out
in
and
public.
drink and
Yep.
You don't care about the
85.
parade.
nobody gives a shit about the
I didn't
parade.
Nobody needs an excuse to do that.
I mean, I think it's foolish to bring your children to that parade,
Yes.
honestly. You know I've fallen into, little fucking tiny lawn chairs several times in that parade and been like, whoops, sorry.
So Jamie hung out and was watching us. Well, he just woke up. Jamie, you're out there for a
Jamie.
second.
Hi, Jamie.
Jamie!
We had an idea for Jamie to sing, what was he going to do, Tiger? He was going to sing the intros or something like that?
I don't know, that sounds great.
Yeah. I would love to do that tonight, Jamie, if you feel the need.
What's Babyface doing?
Babyface, help Jamie.
You took the book out of the way so we could see his
Yes,
face, but
yes.
you left the stand
No, well, who cares?
Do you wanna
'Cause
move
you
the
can see
stand?
Jamie's face.
with the stand.
So, yeah, you can see it through the stand.
It was
It's
funny,
easy.
last-
You only had one eye popping out.
On Tuesday night, we were getting ready to close up. Jamie fell asleep on the couch. It's 8 o'clock, and I went to wake up Jamie, and I went, Jamie, and Jamie just opened his eyes and said to me, he said, I didn't do shit. And I said, I know you didn't do shit, you were sleeping. Yes, you did! You opened your eyes, looked at me straight face, and said, I didn't do shit.
The cops waking him up on the
It was
sidewalk.
fucking awesome.
Tony. Person in the room that's a male.
Oh.
He doesn't even say him right away.
Easy joke.
Habanero.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say lettuce.
Bell peppers.
Before I go into the next one, Trip, give me an adjective.
Flaky.
I didn't tell you to describe Tony.
English
Wow.
major.
Yo, can I change
My
that?
hair, my
'Cause the first
personality.
thing I thought was fleecy.
Well, you can give me one past flake. Yeah, can you put another adjective?
What is fleecy?
It's what fleece is like.
To be of fleece. Qualities of
Is that a real word?
Fleece-esque.
Fabric.
You could say fleece-esque. That way.
Fleecicity.
You could put esque at the end of any word and it works.
Shitty-esque.
Shitty-esque.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jewish.
To be of shit.
Jewish-esque.
Jewish.
Face, English major. Help us out here.
Cunt-esque.
No, you just put a
Fleecosity?
dash s.
Those are words.
Everything's little bits. I like your Peter Pan Joker.
Yeah, Tiger, your Joker
Holy
looks like
shit.
Trip and Drag.
You've seen it.
That was good.
Moving on.
From the home office of Muncie, Indiana.
Who the hell is gonna come up to you and say, "Hey, babyface, teach me"?
I correct your spelling all the time. And your
true.
grammar.
Grammar.
All the time.
Not all the time. Spelling more so.
People get
Hold on,
mad.
Give me a for instance. When like what has he spelled wrong recently?
Well, see, names are forgivable because obviously.
They're names.
Yeah, they're names.
There's books I write down
They're
fast
subjective.
sometimes.
Yeah, but you write them fast, but they're so lazy. It's like, why are you missing the Ed in Wonder Woman?
I don't know. I can't.
Wonder
I've been
Woman.
doing that all my life, and I can't tell you why.
Really?
Yeah, I'll write stuff really fast. I'll
Wo-
miss like a letter.
Wonder Woman.
No,
Did
like,
you miss both?
Oh,
Ed?
no, I would miss like the last letter of a word.
Oh.
Like I'd be like Wonder Woman. Like
You spell things wrong. It's like, what were you thinking?
Dude, people,
spellings.
Some people say that's a sign of genius.
Yeah.
dyslexia is a sign
I
of
say
genius.
it's the sign of continuing the email.
Yes.
Oh.
Things you probably missed in the new Avengers trailer.
Oh, okay.
Ultron is a tramp stamp. Turns out he's a Sagittarius.
Oh.
Scarlet Witch uses her hex powers to convince Tony to take her shopping. And then Tony uses alcohol to convince her to go home with him.
Yeah.
It was a redhead.
Nick Fury is holding a letter addressed to Irving Forbush. Mind blown. He was. In another scene, for some reason, Hawkeye is there. Iron Man and the Hulk get into a heated exchange about net neutrality. No tracking! Black Widow pays her rent on time.
Nice.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't get it either.
No, I didn't know what no tracking means.
Like they're not like tracking what you're doing, and they can't just sell everything you're looking at to the government and charge you more for what you want to go.
That's
into
the hot debate right now.
I assumed they were doing that anyway. That's
They-
why I'm always clever.
Not at all.
They finally
You-
ended.
Who
without
is
knowing
Lunch
you were-
Amigo?
Without knowing the wrong thing getting changed, with the wrong thing getting passed, you would have been paying more to go to certain sites.
Okay.
Didn't they
that,
finally?
that didn't get passed.
Did
They
they
did get
finally
passed.
end
Yes, yes.
It's now counted as a necessary utility.
Yeah, it's
There's
the
a
right
There's a
thing.
petition
The
being
internet is the right
signed
thing.
to fight that,
Okay.
though.
God damn it.
For a split second, Captain America can be seen eating a liverwurst and onion sandwich. Does he know the depression is over?
This has to be Bill Sweeney.
Yep. Ray Day Chong! Stan Lee's blink and you'll miss a cameo as a toothless white trash meth cook. Bill Sweeney.
Thank you, Bill.
Hey, good man, Bill.
Oh my God.
Please don't stop writing.
Oh.
So, into the alleyway of questions. This is really kind of rapey.
Kind of hot.
Ugh.
E-rape.
Did you say kind of hot?
Yeah. Kind of hot sis.
Yeah?
That,
So you're
that
into
doesn't
rape?
make it better.
No, I'm into alleys.
That
You want to be Batman?
stop before you get stop while you're ahead.
Okay.
No,
No,
please,
let
please
him
don't.
go. Why
Let
you
him
tell him
go.
to stop?
Yeah, go beat me.
He's not ahead. He's never been ahead.
Go
There you go.
I'm a head and shoulders, thank you. But that
Not-
doesn't make any sense.
Not a,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Come back to me.
So this first question is multiple parts.
Oh, multiple questions.
Everyone pick an animal to ride into a jousting contest.
Oh man, that would definitely
I
be a
think-
goldfish.
I pick He-Man's Super Tiger or Better Tiger.
Battle Cat.
Better tiger.
What's the blob thing that was in?
Gleep and Glorp?
Herculoids.
That's the one.
Or the Triceratops or Gleep and
Yeah,
Glorp?
that thing.
The little blobby ones or the Triceratops?
blobby, no,
yeah,
the blob.
Gleep,
oh, the
Glorp.
Cleboids,
Yeah,
right?
Or Glorp, which one?
Oh, glory.
Okay.
Oh, weren't they called the keloids or something like that?
Yeah, but they're Gleep and Glorp.
Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know. I'll pick
Tony?
that. All right, I'll
Pick
say
your
that.
animal?
Yeah, yeah. It has to be
Oh, it has to be fictional? No, it has
No,
to
you guys are just
Any
being
animal.
An
sad.
animal to ride into a jet. I said better tiger.
If it is fictional, Lockjaw. If it's not, that screaming goat from the internet.
It's
hate
not
Lockjaw.
fictional.
You
So
just
That's
which
still
one?
fictional.
Fine.
Just pick a fucking answer.
Screaming goat.
Okay.
You're choosing a wrong.
You made the wrong choice.
That
No, I
dog asshole
didn't.
from the Neverending Story.
What?
Oh, big one with the
Falcor. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If mine's gonna be fictional, I'm gonna choose a Spider-Man villain, the Rhino.
You're
If
gonna
I'm
ride
gonna choose
Good
a
idea.
fictional animal, I'm gonna ride Tough Tony.
So now Tiger gets to determine who faces who and who gets the bye round.
In what?
This fictional jousting
yeah.
competition
Oh.
that we're building.
Yeah, but I wasn't paying attention to your answer.
Why would you create a question where Tiger had to pay attention to
I don't know.
anything? Have you been listening to this podcast?
Well, I'm gonna win, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just
Done.
Tiger has the bye until he doesn't need the bye anymore.
Yeah.
Babyface has to be in it. I just can't stop thinking about the Rhino with Babyface like a piggyback ride. Just run it in.
Big old,
Oh, the Spider-Man villain,
a big old,
Down!
a big old Master Blaster style book pack on the back of Rhino.
Rhino. Stop running, Alexi.
Oh, Wilhelm scream!
Alexi.
Who runs jousting
named the Rhino?
Oh
town?
no, that's the actual guy from Spider-Man.
Oh,
That's
I thought you made up a Rhino and then
No.
gave it a name.
Rhino, comma the.
Oh, Baloney Bob.
Not gonna ride him.
He's gonna ride you.
Has anyone ever
Like
built?
a one
Yeah.
Has anyone ever built a projectile weapon from parts around their house or purchased one?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
You take a pill bottle, like a little medicine bottle, and then you take the gloves your
Whoa,
mom.
slow down. Slow down. We're going to be monitored by the CIA.
Oh, you can take a pill bottle or a little plastic tube, and then you get the gloves mommy used to
We
clean
said
the...
projectile, not pocket.
Would you wait? I'm almost there, alright? This is how you get from pocket pussy to projectile weapon. You take the gloves mommy used to clean the sink with, you cut a finger off, and you tape the finger to the pipe, and then you get those little pebbles the fishies have in the fish tank,
Okay.
and you put that in there, and you can break a car window with it.
Wow.
That's
I think
awesome.
your face at the end just nodding to me with like nothing on your
How many
face.
car windows have you broken?
I watched my friend break one, and we got very scared. We were on a school bus.
How old are you?
We were 7th grade, 6th grade.
That sounds about the age you should
11,
be making
12.
projectiles to break windows.
Yes, 11, 12.
I need you to write this down for me so I can take this home later.
It's interesting.
Huh, I mean, I had a lot of bungee cords in my house, so I'd fuck around with those things a lot.
Quads.
Bungee cords.
Who would we want to see in an arm wrestling match?
I want to see. I want to see Babyface and Tony.
Right now, move the mics out.
Yeah.
Here we go. Come on.
We have to switch arms.
Do it.
Both arms. Okay, both arms.
Do.
I'm left-handed.
The table just out of the jostle.
Tiger, can you judge that side and I'll judge this side?
I'm gonna judge. Whoever wins wins.
Well, they could get very close and the hand may touch very quickly.
Okay. Well, I think we'll know.
Over the top.
Does anyone have a hat to turn around?
All right, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
can hold the table.
They are in there at the grip.
Vantage
You
point.
can hold the table.
Whatever you want.
This is
kick each other, too.
WCBJ podcast over the top. Gentlemen, ready? Go. Wow, it's a stalemate right now, Trip. Oh, Tony's got the advantage. Oh!
Because there's no
All right.
German
Babyface is a southpaw.
This is gonna be really sad if I lose my love.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind everybody that was right-handed. Babyface is not right-handed. Tony is. Now they're going to go southpaw, where Babyface will have the advantage.
Watch your beer.
I'm nervous about this.
All right. All right, guys, you got a nice grip? Ready? Go.
Come on, Babyface.
Oh my god.
Oh! It's not there yet! It's not there yet! Not there yet! He's not there yet! It's oh, got it! You got it!
Babyface.
All right. If we have to go with the speed of the win, Tony definitely won
Yeah.
using his correct hand.
Tony, what happened to your bicep? Did you get hungry one day and just...
Oh, okay. Oh, we're being an asshole today. That's real
I
nice.
just want to know.
Are you talking about Tony's scar?
It looks
Yeah.
like
His painful childhood memory?
When he fought out of the womb?
It looks like
Listen, Tony's just like Tina Fey. We don't talk about the scar.
Are we talking? Look how big it is.
Yeah.
What scar she?
Look how big it
That's
is.
a cheek. I'm fucking.
She got slashed. That's why her
Yeah.
mouth mouth is always slanted to the right a little bit.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
scar?
massive scar.
I thought you had I thought you had a JR problem.
Oh,
Like JR from wrestling. I thought you.
yeah. You
No,
thought
I'm being
you had a
serious.
stroke thing?
Yeah, I thought something genuinely
Son of a
happened.
bitch.
Left-handed.
I thought you had a stroke and became really funny. It's the point.
Stroke of
Did
genius.
we just find out that me and Tony are just equal?
Look.
We're both very likely.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Quiet on the set. I think, quite frankly, to be completely fair, Tony beat you with his right-handed.
You went to jerk off.
I knew I was gonna lose, so I was
Quickly.
just like, this is done.
Well, that's
It took
on
you longer with your
Yeah.
dominant hand to beat Tony, so I'd have to say Tony won.
Yeah, you threw the match. That's on you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
You gave up.
That's true.
But we're both still equally liked by people.
I know, but
That's up to
Tiger,
debate.
Tiger pending.
I don't know if it's equally though. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Wow.
Well,
I get nice, and this
Hey,
is what I get in return.
Ed, what happened to your fucking arm? I gotta know.
Why you call me Ed?
Because you're deflecting. You never answered the question. I can't talk.
Well, no.
It was a
Scar
childhood
I got I
accident.
was from when I was 2 years old.
What happened? You get caught in a wood chipper?
No, I had.
He wouldn't have the arm.
Yeah.
I got sent to the hospital with third-degree burns when I was like 2 years old.
You wake up with third-degree burns.
I got too close to the stove one day and knocked into it, and a pot of soup fell on top of me.
And Dad went, "You want the prosciutto?"
That's why he doesn't eat soup.
That's one rickety stove. A 2-year-old walked into it and the fucking
rickety
stove
stove.
collapsed. Were you living in a fucking cold water flat tenement?
Probably.
Yeah, what kind of stove do you bump into and the pot jumps up and falls on you?
My own Tony, what are you doing?
Your mom had that shit set up like mousetrap. That's what happened.
Guys trying to get rid of you.
Probably, yeah.
I like this next one.
What, next insult?
I
Next
know, I like this next question.
Tony's father was like, Mother, this one's gonna have terrible eating habits in the future. Let's off him.
Maybe the soup was super fatty, and that's where I got my love for fatty
Wow.
soups.
There you go.
Super.
I doubt
I
that.
want you to name super fatty soups.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you can
I don't
do
know.
that.
I'm admitting defeat because I don't know super fatty soups.
No.
Could you please name me some super fatty soups?
Outside of like any like chowder or bisque, there's nothing I
Cream
can
of
really
pigs.
mix.
What about Italian wedding soup? Is that?
That's not really fatty soup.
There's meat in it.
It's broth
New
though.
England
It's still
clam
like,
chowder.
yeah, at the heart of it, it's still a broth.
Yeah, it's a broth.
There's no cream or like, I'm gonna put in a pound of butter to make it nice. Like, there's no that step.
That's
Cream of turkey and mushroom will be on that.
Babyface, when I put butter into the broccoli and cheese soup I make, it doesn't make a cake.
yeah, I realized what I said, but
He was like, that makes cake.
It was way,
Didn't catch
it
that.
was way too late.
Wait, if you put what in butter?
No, I was trying to be funny, but I realized the words already came out, and it was too funny.
Featuring,
words right out of my mouth.
featuring bacon and cheese cream soup.
Why
Whoa,
am I
Meatloaf
on
is here.
table?
The words right out of my
Because your arm was.
I bet you say that's
Oh,
all.
yeah, we're
Right.
back.
Right.
I spend $5.99 on this every Friday.
It was in the
I
way
try
of
not to take
battle.
things after 9 o'clock. I eat your munchkins. Calm the fuck down.
You try not to get wet either.
I never said I get trying to get wet.
All right, moving on.
When I was 16, I was in Florida visiting my father's in-laws, right? Puerto Rican family. And my sister was really young at the time. Her and my stepmother's sister, they were like bored, so like, can we put makeup on you? And I said yes. And then that turned into a wig. And then that turned into me completely in drag at
You're
16.
just afraid you like
And
it.
my dad was sleeping, and we were fucking around having fun. And I wake my dad up, and they were like, "Look, it's Stat and Sally." I think about that today.
Wow.
My dad had to see that, no wonder he wasn't laughing.
Wow.
Oh, you didn't laugh? You didn't find it funny?
No, would you?
Yeah, I would. Of course I would. Listen, originally I wanted Antonio's first costume to be Drag Antonio, Dragtonio. But he ended up being an owl. Remember, honey? Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, Joanna, it's your cousin? Marty's your cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Joanna has a very popular drag queen as a cousin, and I was like, let's have him come over and totally fucking do Antonio up, like, makeup and shit.
Are you ready to pay Antonio's therapy bills?
No, it's at the age
that's
that's
an Italian thing. Therapy
It's
bills.
at the
No.
age that he's not going to remember, so.
Huh?
It's at the age that he's not going to really remember, so.
Of course he's not.
You like said,
I mean, you hit 5, it's like,
To paint me up. When's lunch?
how old were you when you dressed like a woman for a couple years?
for a couple of years.
Oh, I thought you meant like he stage dressed. Like Glenn or Glenda.
No, the first time was when I was 13.
Babyface would. Oh, confession.
What's mine? Yours is. Oops. Yeah, yours is your height. Mine's my height.
But next time you go do an open mic, I think you should just have Babyface stand on stage with you in drag. Not saying anything, don't pay attention to him. No, don't even just kind of stand there like waiting your turn and it never comes and you leave. I think it'd be great. I'd go.
But that's like your thing. That's what you did with
Get
the
me a
puppet. I
costume.
can't-
No, my thing is so old.
Really?
That's like 1992. Don't worry about my thing. No, it's actually 1990.
I'm
There's
noticing
a-
throughout all this, it's not very hard to get you in female clothing. You
and-
seem very
yeah.
content with that.
You and
He's
Kimmy.
comfortable in his skin. He
Yeah.
knows what he is.
You and Kimmy should do a
What
lesbian
is he?
video together. I would totally jerk off to that.
Wow, things got darker.
I have parts that.
You don't pull those out to the end.
To the end.
Oh,
Gotcha! Just like this store swipe. Like, it's like a 40-minute scene. A dick comes out. It's like ah!
there it is.
We both take a bow.
Babyface the Randy boy.
No, but that's just how you greet each other anyway.
And then I come.
How would I know it's over?
Wow.
It's good.
I should have said snippets.
What is your favorite meal that your mom makes?
Ooh.
Nothing.
Lobster on Christmas Eve.
A beer and a hot Christmas morning.
Sako is the hardest of questions right now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, your mom makes lots of
I
stuff.
think my favorite meal before I was vegan, trying to think, was probably I don't know. There's a lot of good shit.
There had to be one though that you really like. On you should say on your birthday, what do you want me to make? You need to make it.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I like my mom's mashed potato pie.
Mashed potato pie.
Yeah.
Never had that. Is it just potato and pie crust?
No, it's baked like crusty cheese on top, like baked mac and cheese,
Okay.
with breadcrumbs and crap on top.
Tony's salivating right
Yep.
now.
The layer of caramel in between.
I was like, wait, really? That shit doesn't go.
I watched him go, and you just looked at me. Your pick is Tony?
No, how about Tony's answer?
Very simple.
Quarter pounder.
I like my
A
mom's
royale
chicken
with
cutlets.
cheese.
It's simple, right to the point. It's delicious.
Yeah,
with
chicken cutlets with mashed potatoes, cream corn, and mix it all up. That's really good.
Cream of
When
cool.
my mom could cook, her chicken cutlets were good. So
Mugu Gai Pan.
no, she did make good fried rice though.
Wow. Perpetuate.
I make with all ingredients.
I love waffle Asian accent. I make all the ingredients.
No, you
Dr.
have to be Varsha to be my mom.
Hey,
yeah,
he's
Heather, watch
he's that
out.
drunk guy.
Heather, duck.
Holy shit.
Tom
Hey!
Johnson. I like hearing
Tony.
Tony introduces John Thompson. He's like, "Is John Thompson or AKA Tom Johnson?"
Yeah. John Thompson just got back from the Staten Island St.
Chevy
Patty's Day
Chase.
parade.
He's been recouping for a week and a half.
He's done now. No, he literally just walked off Forest Avenue.
Please just
So John, what are you drinking this week?
Miller Fortune.
Miller Fortune.
Sadness
And
in
who
a
did you
bottle.
murder tonight?
Please retract all missing persons reports since March 1st for John Thompson, aka Tom
I
Johnson.
want Sako, Tiger, and Trip to give me plural nouns.
No.
Drunks.
Racist.
Whoa.
Just sharp word.
Fantastic dancers.
Okay.
There's only 3 left in the world.
Tony Babyface, give me singular nouns.
Can.
Can?
Can?
Just can.
Can.
Like a can.
Yeah. I don't know. I was looking at can. I'm sorry.
Smoked salmon.
Can I change it to microphone?
Usually
Sure.
you're about to say no,
No,
to
there's
me.
no changing.
Can.
Okay.
Honestly, when I would play Mad Libs at home, no, there's no changing, man.
Tony, what was yours?
Smoked salmon.
Going
But I
forward.
like how
First thought, best thought. Yeah, it's like Jack Kerouac.
Well, I changed
you
because I
notice
thought Fleecy and then Flaky came out, so it was my first thought. But
Uh-huh.
I guess going forward, no changing of the Mad Libs. Yeah, it's fair.
But did you notice, like, Waffle was like, the second I said something, immediately he was like, "No," and then kind of wrote it down. Like, he was automatically assuming that whatever it was not going to fit the criteria.
Or it's gonna be stupid.
Yep.
We're worried about the final product when we get to the Mad Lib at the end. We want it to be good.
I want it to be nice.
We want you to be amused.
Does anyone inspect their poops?
Yes.
Sometimes.
And Luke doesn't do the look back.
Does anyone name their poops depending on the quality or size? I named any poop that breaches water a dragon juice.
My wife has an album about kids' poops.
Has your poop changed since
On
you
the phone?
become
Yeah.
vegan? Since you become vegan, has your poop
disgusting.
changed color?
It hasn't changed color. It's a little easier.
Yes.
I'm definitely a little bit more regular.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel
No Tony times anymore?
Huh?
Not taking Tony time anymore.
No.
Maybe that's why he takes so long, because I've been trying to put more veggies in my diet, and it's been a hell of a lot easier. And I heard Joe Cross, the veggie juice guy, say they should be like a lightish green. So that's the only reason I'm checking these days.
No.
Just an update for everybody.
I know.
No.
It's only if you eat lightish, if you eat green things.
I eat kale
Deep
all
green
day, every
things.
day.
Or if you eat a lot of, let's say, crunch berries with the blueberries.
Or do you remember when the Push Pops came out, the Flintstones Push Pops?
Yes.
I wanted them so bad. My mom bought them. I made it through one box, and she came in, saw it was blue, called up Pathmark and bitched to them like they could do anything about it. And they said,
That shit is blue!
yeah, and since
What the
then,
fuck are you gonna do?
I want
about
to speak
this?
to Fred!
My 10-year-old's put his fist through a wall for these goddamn things.
is that it for that email?
Nope, there's one question left.
Okay.
Out of all the toys or action figures you possess, which is your favorite?
Oh man, that's a
Pass.
good question.
Fucking answer.
I don't have many, but I would have to say, right now, it's my Bob and Doug McKenzie figures.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, James Napoli.
Oh.
I don't have any now. I have some now. They're so cool now. But when I was a kid, the X-Men toys, there was Wolverine 1, 2, and 3. Wolverine 2 is my absolute favorite one. The yellow outfit with the black stripes. And
with the you can
yeah, the
press
claws
his
would retract.
yeah.
And Wolverine 3 was just the basic X-Men blue and yellow outfit
Yeah.
that I think maybe wore once in the Danger Room.
Yeah.
So I didn't care about that one. But the Wolverine 2, the arm would always fucking break. So it's like that one always
Yes,
had
yes,
to get
actually,
replaced.
I had that figure and his arm didn't break off.
Yeah.
This is when me and Tony realized we own
I'm
too many
old.
things.
Yeah, that's
This
kind of an
is,
answer.
I looked over at Tony, and Tony has the same face I have on. I was just trying to think.
Sacco's favorite
It
Mego
hurts
toys.
too much.
I have so many toys, but if I had to choose one figure, it'd be
Baloney Bob.
yeah, my Kyle Rayner figure. Kyle Rayner figure in his original costume. If I'm choosing a statue, it'd be my Black Canary bombshell statue.
We're talking about statues.
I know, but I decided to throw it in.
Tiger, you?
I only have like a Link figure and a couple of Mega Man, so.
And a bunch
That's
of
not true.
like every MLB.
You have a bunch
Every Yankee
of
figure.
MLB figures.
No, those are like, I don't even know what those are at this point.
Oh, really? You don't have them
It's just too
anymore?
many of them. I can't.
Yeah.
It's so
There were some really cool ones.
Yeah.
There were.
Because Tiger would get them, but he would unpack them and have them out. And I remember seeing some of them, and I was like, wow, these are.
No, they made some
fucking
awesome
cool.
No, they
poses
are
of those
nice.
figures. The hockey ones are awesome too.
It was
All those are good.
so
They're in a box
unfair
somewhere.
when we were kids because you would want your imagination. You know, you wanted the coolest, most accurate figure. You know, I remember I did a thing with Joker, had his bones broken in a fight with Batman, so I used like Scotch tape as the casts or whatever. But now the toys are so great, but I'm an adult, I can't play with them. And I remember when I used to come in here and drop like 200, because I don't know, Lisa would look at me a little weird when she's like, "Hey,
Yeah,
did
but
you pay-"
she's away
She's
so
gone,
often.
yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Does she love you?
You can make it
Does
back
she
from
love
the
you?
Dagobah
That's
system.
part of you.
There was a time when I was coming in here buying a lot of figures, and I would take them home at 24 years old and try to play with them again. The magic wasn't there anymore, man. I lost it.
It's all you.
And look at that cable figure. That's
No,
so fucking cool,
you
man.
know what it is? I have to say, I remember early 2000s. I was buying a bunch of Star Wars figures, and I was playing with them, you know. And I had to get past that whole like making two figures talk to themselves.
Yeah.
Thing. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
But then like I remember smoking a joint and just fucking like getting over it, and being all right, and then forget about it. I had shit set up all over my house.
Last time I went through my toys and set stuff up, there was a huge argument and like fight between Puck and Pit.
Oh,
Just
really?
because I have the full size Pit figure, Build-A-Figure,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
the
nice.
Puck figure is like 2.5 inches tall compared to like the 14-inch Pit.
Yeah.
And it fits in his hand.
You mean Image's Pit, right? The Build-A-Figure with like
Yes.
Dread and
Yep.
the body bag figures.
Yep.
I always found that I would digress
So
right.
awesome.
I would just go back into like kind of like gladiators and just like taking
let's-
like this action figure versus this
Ah!
just, like a massive fight and like make sure I sat everybody down around to watch the fight. You know?
I think
And
my,
the vehicles were useless that I spent tons of money on.
I think my favorite figures are my Detroit Metal City figures, like action
those are
figures.
so
Yeah.
I think those are my favorite figures I have because I have too much to like start thinking about.
Did you guys have play dates with your friends where you would go over and see what toys they had and you guys would play together?
There was a kid.
Oh, hell yeah, when I was younger.
There was a kid that me and one of my kids when we were younger bought different colored army men like in mass.
I didn't think
so
it was-
we would bring them over to each other's houses and have ridiculously huge battles in our backyards,
Wow.
like thousands of army men each. Where we would like draw lines in the sand and like set up tanks and artillery on like mounds of dirt we made and stuff, and have retardedly fun.
I remember Papa grabbed a shopping cart from Wallbounds and threw it in the back of his van because me and my friend Danny lived in really close proximity, and every weekend we would like switch off sleeping over each other's house. And we would just load up, like, he would bring all his toys in the shopping cart to my house, or I would load mine up, you know, like, and especially G.I. Joe, you know, and just fucking have these massive, you know, 2-day long play situations.
Yeah. I had a friend that was alternated, well, he's still my friend, we're best friends now, I think since 3rd grade, it's like 20-something years or whatever. He was an only child, so he always had the coolest. He always had the coolest X-Men toys, like the ones that my mom did, like the fringe characters.
The ones you didn't have.
Yeah.
They're always the best toys.
I still have those.
We always.
Grass is always greener.
Like I would love to play there. As we're getting older and starting to hit like maybe 5th, 6th grade, he's gay now, which is consequential to the story. But I should have noticed sooner because we went from just the basic gladiatorial thing where they would just fight, or the bad guy's lair was here, and then eventually affairs were brought in. Relationships, Gambit was being cheated on by Rogue with the Punisher, and now it's like, oh, that shit makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. The Beast is going to Fashion Week with Janet Van D.
Yes. I'd be like, when are we raiding Magneto's tent that's at the back of the basement? And he's like, wait, they got to work this out first. Nobody goes anywhere until.
As a kid, I loved to actually make scenes with my toys, and every so often I would actually change the scenes and have them set up.
Getting extra comics through Instagram.
Oh,
There is.
The next is vaginas could be fun.
Yes, sometimes.
Hey!
At least 3 weeks out of the month.
The Giants aren't fun at all.
Hello, motherfuckers.
Hi.
What do you think of Howard the Duck having pants now?
Who cares?
You think Disney had a role in having pants on?
I
No.
don't understand.
Nobody knows what that means.
His costume has pants now. He didn't have pants before. It's them making him more human and less cartoony.
Kids are smarter
And
now.
that's
They go, where's the dick?
That's Marvel doing. Disney has
I
no
feel
say.
like
How's
it-
those old Donald Duck cartoons?
He has a job now.
I feel like if
He
Howard,
has a job now.
if Howard the Duck was like a member of SAG or whatever, and like you interviewed him, like he would have wanted to wear pants all along.
Yeah. No,
Like,
that,
like
that's,
he probably hated the fact that
that was
pants
that
on.
was Zarsky's whole thing. They're like, Marvel tasked me with making him human. He's not Donald the Duck. He's not Daffy Duck. He's a
still
human.
I like that you said Donald the Duck.
Donald the Duck. Yeah.
Donald the Duck.
Yeah. I'm so used to saying Howard the Duck.
I didn't even catch that. I didn't even catch that when he said
Donald the Duck.
But he's still a duck, number one, and he's not a serious character. He's
You have no idea what has happened in Donald
He's the
in
most
Howard the
serious
Duck
character
comics.
in the world.
For to say he's not a serious
is
character.
he with
Yeah.
Squirrel
You know
Girl
what-
now?
You know
being
why
the
he?
most
You know how he
powerful?
met Spider-Man?
How?
When he was climbing a building to kill himself because he didn't want to be in the world he wasn't part of.
Spider-Man?
No.
No,
Howard the Duck.
Oh, that's
the
some
Duck-
deep shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He met Bev by climbing a building to kill himself in 1975. That was Howard the Duck number 1.
All right.
Yeah, it was from the get-go, not a clean book.
Babyface. What's more serious, that or the junkie Green Lantern's ward?
What's more serious?
What's
Yeah.
more
I,
serious?
I think it's both
What hit
the
you
same
harder?
means
Different-
to an end. It's you know both suicide.
Yeah.
Different political.
Granted, one of them changed the way comics were written, and the other one was a thing that people think is hokey, sadly. But
What about
I mean,
Power
if Howard the Duck was some sort of random teenager, you know, it was
Yeah.
Howard the Human.
Howard the Human.
Then
Climbing
you
a
know,
building.
In
then
the
it would have been-
Duckverse.
it would have been considered more groundbreaking, I guess.
Yep.
the best way to describe the book in the 70s was Marvel's answer to the Underground. Was their answer to like
Yeah.
Crumb and like Zap stuff happening.
Sure.
So that was their answer
They
to the
needed something a little
subversive.
fried.
They needed the subversive book to capture the fucking idiots.
You know what? I wouldn't have thought about it until you guys brought up the discussion, but Howard the Duck would probably want him off himself if he was real.
Yeah.
He would never be getting laid.
Do you know how we got? That's not true in the long
No,
run.
no, no.
That's how we met. That's how we met.
Howard got laid. That's
Howard
for
got
sure.
laid a
But
lot.
what's his
Yeah.
problem?
What's his problem? He's not
What's
in
his-
his world.
Yeah, but he can still interact with the populace.
But
Get-
people look at him like a dog.
Yeah, the government doesn't
But
want
what
him
if,
to
what,
exist.
what if you were all of a sudden in a world of
duck people.
giraffes?
If they let me fuck them, I would think, well, then I could do everything else with
Here we
them.
go. The best thing that's happened to Howard the Duck as a character is that he found out he doesn't have to pay taxes because the government doesn't want him to exist because he's that weird.
Okay. That's
Pretty
great.
awesome. Yeah.
I would say I'd hit the
Well,
jackpot.
No, he left the room going, I'm not paying taxes.
That's
I
fucking
don't gotta pay
awesome.
taxes.
Good for you,
That's a
Howard.
Civil War story.
But wouldn't you miss your mom who told you not to play with toys?
Wait, so he wasn't just born into the world?
No, what
He-
happened was there was a convergence of universes, and he literally got walked out of a bush and looked at Man-Thing and Wondar and was like, "Where am I? Why are you hairless apes talking? What the hell is going on?"
He looked at Man-Thing
Yeah.
and said, why are you hairless? He's a
And
plant.
Wondar, who's
Oh.
a man.
Wait, so there's more ducks? There's like a Howard.
There's a
Duck
planet.
Center?
There's
Yeah,
Duck
yeah.
World. Duck World.
And
You ever seen a movie?
They could go across the galaxy.
And go to Duck World.
And why can't he get back?
Because he
there?
doesn't really leave the Earth. He's not part of the whole
Yeah,
cosmic
but that's
deal.
not, he didn't. That's not how he got here.
Track
It
the
wasn't
world
like,
they never
it wasn't
made.
like Superman.
Go talk to Tony Stark, Reed Richards. These are the guys that be banging their doors down,
Do you
going,
think they
"I
want
need help."
Do you think they want to talk to the Duck Man?
Yes.
Hey,
What?
Tony, I want to go back to Duck.
Actually,
Can
to
you
be
help me?
honest with you, he's kind of right though, Waffle. In
I
the
understand.
interest of science, Reed Richards is totally like, yeah,
How many-
I want to talk
No.
to a talking
But
duck.
but how many times in the Marvel universe can things be answered as easily as going, "Oh, Reed could have done
Yeah,
that."
but usually that we're too
There's
busy
nothing.
to deal with it.
There's
That's what it
nothing
is,
in it
it's-
for them to do it.
That's
Well,
what it
it's
also
not
is. It
for
doesn't
Reed
progress their
Richards to do
world.
anything.
Right. Well,
Science.
no, it's that it doesn't.
Progress the
Maybe
universe.
there's probably not a really. It's got more to do with editorial.
Yeah.
I mean, like if the Marvel Universe was real, I can't believe I'm saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Come on.
But if the Marvel Universe was real, Reed Richards, Tony Stark, all these guys who are men of science, Peter Parker, of course they would be completely intrigued
I feel like
by this upright walking duck
and I feel
who
like I
speaks.
feel like they have grander things to deal with. That are on
But
the
they always take
universal
these
level.
little side
But
projects.
scientific, I'm saying
But I mean,
purely
I'm-
scientifically.
I'm saying
Reed
I'm
Richards
speaking
isn't gonna
sci-
want to
I'm-
fucking
A lot happens.
metaphorically
A
suck
lot
his
happens in
duck
the Marvel
dick.
universe.
Speaking scientifically, we're talking about people that travel the multiverse in a car.
Also,
That, like I can see anything. I can go into non-time.
Yeah, but that's never made Reed too busy to take on. He has so many things, side projects he's doing. He would
But he
definitely
erased
take
all
it on.
those.
see, but you're
For
providing.
years, since 1975, he would have definitely done it.
You're providing an answer. They don't want the series to end by issue 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're gonna feel like shit when there's a splattered
No, but
duck on
that's
the
what I'm
pavement.
saying. I'm not
Yeah,
saying in the
but-
comic
yeah.
book universe. I'm saying in the real world.
In the real world.
If it wasn't Reed Richards, if it wasn't some other scientist, is gonna be like, yeah, I'll take on your fucking plight. Where the fuck did you come?
There was somebody in the magazine that they like inspected him and they're like, "You have the anatomy."
Stephen Hawking be like, oh, you at that time would love to study you. I mean,
And now I pose this question, all right? Because editorial's negligence of not solving Howard the Duck's plight, when they find a splattered duck carcass on the pavement, who is pushing the lawsuit? Would it be She-Hulk?
Right
Yes, 'cause
now,
that's
she was
her-
actually in #1.
Well, he's been a friend of hers for a while.
The city versus Howard the Duck. They're suing Howard the Duck because he's
No,
staying
it's
fucking
the
New York
estate of
City
Howard the
streets.
Duck versus the city or editorial staff of Marvel, because he died because they didn't give him an out, so he killed himself.
So then the city of New York would countersue for causing that gigantic mess on the side of the street.
Tiger, what do you
It
say?
would, he would technically be counted as litter.
I think we should send Tony to the Duck Planet and be done with it.
That's a fair
They
trade.
have so much food.
I'd be like 4 feet tall and everybody.
You would find
Food.
Tony would have nothing but fucking duck feet and pieces of bread
He would
thrown at him.
Yeah, you
Tony
go back
would
in 6 months, you'd find Tony
Yeah,
just
he
with a
can.
big stomach, and no fucking ducks left.
Tony's not correcting it.
True. Maybe
Tony's
Tony
an
will kill one of them and eat it, and the rest of them.
Wow, that's really
You're alive.
Man gone.
Why does it always assume that it would be more of a horror movie than a comedy? I have to eat I have to cannibalize.
Because they
talking
never
ducks to
tasted
survive.
human before.
With that
They'd
cannibalism,
be
you're
trying
not
to
a
kill
duck.
me, you mean?
Yes.
I think
Tony,
maybe
have you
I'd
ever
kill
had
one.
froid?
No, it's foie
It's the second
gras.
time we've done this.
I said it wrong.
Foie
I'm just
gras?
curious.
Foie
Foie
No,
gras.
Frog gras?
Foie gras.
Foie gras.
Frog gras?
I wish I could
Yes.
cook everything.
Tony's saying
duck
it right,
fat.
Tiger?
And I've never eaten.
Yeah, see, it's foie gras.
I want to boil
Foie
everything in duck
gras.
fat.
Am I saying it right?
Delicious.
It really is.
Has anybody had that?
Yeah.
Foie gras or duck
So, is it really
It's
delicious?
delicious. It's
Oh, sorry, I
as
had
hell.
different conversations. I've never had foie gras before.
It's a completely different thing.
What?
Frog gras?
Foie gras.
Frog
Duck
gras
fat.
and
Two different-
foie
Yeah,
gras.
no. I know that. So when you cook something confit, is when you're cooking it in duck fat.
I just found out about
I
it
learned
last
something
week
new today.
on the Food Network, on Undercover, when they go into the restaurant see what they're doing wrong.
That's my
and it was
favorite
illegal in
stage show in the
California.
world.
Yeah,
I know
they
they
just
just
can't move. They have to be comfortable. They can't move.
They fight until one is left standing,
No, because then they have to use their muscles, and, that
and then
defeats
that's the
the
most
purpose.
succulent one.
That's the most succulent.
That's why
one.
it's so expensive at restaurants.
That makes sense.
That's what really happened
What?
to Tony's arm. He had to fight to see if he was the most succulent.
And his,
Wait, that
And
is
his
my
sister won.
his now dead twin brother threw him into the stove.
Exactly.
I thought you meant I had to fight veal calves.
Yeah, there was Mario before it all.
It was Tony. He woke up as a child, chained in a veal fucking locker with the other calves, and they were like, fight.
Beethoven's fifth in the background as I just go to town.
That
He
one
thinks you're
didn't
baby
agree with
Tony. He thinks he's a baby cow.
What?
You said that as I took a sip of coffee. And I was the coffee everywhere.
They branded him like the other ones, except his brand said shitty.
Wow. Oh,
Tony,
it is
fight
on.
back,
It
fight
is
back,
on,
Tony.
Trip.
It's on what?
He's,
What's it on?
he's paralyzed by repressed memories.
What's it on? You said it's on.
Oh, I'm trying to think here.
Tommy, they're gonna take
Wow,
it.
Oh, let's fight.
fucking
Alright.
sound like Seinfeld. It's on. What do you mean?
I got a lot of problems with you people.
It's on.
And you're gonna hear all of them. I want to go to. I want to have a Festivus dinner with Tiger. I want to watch Tiger rant to the world.
Every day is Festivus.
I know. Do you have a pulse?
Well, I like that joke.
Every day is Festivus because there's always the airing of grievances.
What's his feats of strength?
Well, we watched the feat of strength for today.
Oh, cool.
Is there like a poll? Something to do
Yeah,
with
it's just a
poll?
poll. I don't
it's
like
just-
tinsel; it's distracting.
I was gonna
Moving on.
With Howard the Duck finally coming back to comics, is there any other character not currently in print you would like to see come back? I have a treasure trove, but
Ben
I'm gonna
Riley.
sit back and say
Marvel.
nothing.
Ben Riley.
I'm gonna say
Marvel.
one character me and Sokka want to read new stories
Why
about.
would you say nothing? Go ahead.
Too much coffee, man.
Oh fuck yeah. That'd be
Man,
great.
say something.
Reed Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Flaming Carrot.
Yes.
Flaming Carrot.
Flaming Carrot would be awesome to come back. I want Madman, even though he's in space playing
Do they
rock
do
and
like
roll.
Yeah.
what's going on with the Tick? They just have him like for
He
special.
does one shots and stuff.
Every so often, yeah.
Bob England has a lot of stuff to do. Put his name on books.
Is Wolverine back
That's
yet?
Supernatural.
No.
He's the only one that I was ever worried wouldn't be in
Well,
comics.
who?
Wolverine. I don't know. Sorry.
My
And they
life-
know that and they play on that very
Don't
much
worry,
so.
you'll be fine.
Spider Jerusalem. I'd
Yeah.
like to see him.
That's not in print anymore.
See, I'm
Transmetropolitan.
trying
that's
to
not
stay
it.
away from books that have like finite endings.
No, I
to
know.
a
Done
degree.
for 2
But
decades.
he was such a great
Sorry,
character.
I'm way fucking behind.
That's why I didn't see
Whoa.
Jesse Custer.
I thought for sure Babyface would say Glenn.
Like,
But he came from there either.
He was
Could you-
taken out of circulation.
I want all the strangers.
It's
in
comics,
Paradise.
anyone
Not as
can
kids.
do it.
Not as
Yeah,
kids.
that's kids.
Not as children.
Yes.
I want their
Yeah,
lives.
Strangers in Paradise recently came out with Strangers in Paradise Kids, 2 issues so far, but they're kids. They're like 8-year-olds.
Actually, somebody who's been out of it, but I'm glad is coming back with Convergence is fucking Plastic Man, for
Yes.
Christ's sakes.
You know what book's starting after Convergence that I told Babyface is the only DC book I'll probably ever buy continuously?
What?
Section 8.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead.
The team Hitman came from. Which was
uh,
awesome today because I actually got to use Hitman as a recommendation, which
Yeah,
doesn't happen
right.
often.
Hitman's amazing.
Well, somebody likes Deathstroke and Deadpool, and I'm like, I want something along like the same lines. Here you go.
I like Deathstroke, I like Deadpool, and I like Garth Ennis. What do you got? Hitman. Hitman. Fucking Hitman was amazing.
Yep.
What was Plastic Man doing?
Plastic.
Eel
Man.
O'Brien.
I love my favorite Plastic Man moment has to be Green Arrow Black Canary when they think they found Connor Hawk. And they open it up and he's like, why am I in this box? And it's
Oh, yeah.
Plastic Man trapped in a box.
And they use him as a vehicle?
Yeah, they use him as a car.
Wow. Where is Nuts at that movie?
I,
I've always wondered that. Every time Plastic Man, I'm like, where is Nuts right now?
I think about that with Reed Richards sometimes when he's really wrapped around
Yeah.
something. I'm like,
where's your
oh.
asshole?
Joe Kelly had a good one of Jay Lane. He had a story with Plastic Man where he basically abandoned his son, so the Justice League forced him to interact with his son.
It's interesting.
How would
was
how
a
would
good
you
story.
utilize yourself in the bedroom with Sue if you were Reed Richards? I
Any
always
way you
wondered that.
wanted.
What would you like?
You think she's
that's
wrecked?
been speculated.
You think she's wrecked?
What do you think?
Time immemorial.
What do you think he
It's
looked
time
like?
immemorial.
You think?
No, no.
You think like Franklin, he was like, I could make it not be bad for you.
No.
I'm telling you.
No, I think he's actually terrible in bed. I think Reed Richards is terrible in bed, or else she wouldn't be gallivanting around Namor all the time.
Well, that's just
Hey.
because that sometimes you just want like actual muscle, not muscle you can like poke and it's like rubber.
Reed just very simply has to just increase the girth slightly.
Increase
It's just the head.
Do you think he ever
He
shoved
can just stand still. He doesn't
There you
even
go.
have to thrust.
Very nice. Yeah, I couldn't even think about that. Like that
There's
wasn't
no
even
need for him to thrust. He can just stand
And
there.
we all know why.
from
Alicia-
the other room.
Head stand,
Yeah.
length, girth, length, girth.
I'm
What
surprised I
speed
haven't.
do you want it at?
Genius.
Sue? That's it.
Do you think he ever put his head inside? Like, cause he
Oh, no.
See, but the thing that I always thought of was that with the advent of Franklin and Valeria, that Sue could just put like a bubble of silence around their head, so they don't have to worry about making their bodies, so they don't have to make any noise to wake up the kids.
Oh, there you go.
The best Ben Grimm joke I ever heard probably has to come from the Fantastic Four movie. When they talk, the one time they talk about him banging Alicia and Human Torch comes and says, I just want to make
sound
sure.
so cheap in poetry. Bang.
Oh,
She's a blind girl. Come on.
Sensually making rock hard love.
Huh?
Sensually
It's actually
making
really
rock hard
good.
love.
Who said that?
He just said.
Johnny.
No, what Johnny says, I'm just afraid that one day she's gonna wake up and she's gonna be buried in the rock slide. And then he goes just running out of the room right after he finishes.
Wait, is this all real? What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a Silver Surfer. It was in the movie.
Yeah.
He made a joke about,
I try to
having
block
sex.
things I don't like out of my mind.
Why would I see that?
It really sucked. You don't miss it.
Silver Surfer himself.
Silver Surfer was perfect.
It was made up of Doug Jones and Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, it was good.
It was like the worst Firestorm reiteration ever.
Doug Jones was
Firestorm has a black and white man inside of him.
now,
Actually, it's two white men. It's two white men.
yeah, but now in the modern day, yeah. Hi.
All right, back to emails.
What do you think of the Ghostbusters having a version with a female cast and now another with a male cast?
Bullshit.
Do you think Hollywood should stop making sequels of classic movies? Yes.
Yeah.
Just like they should stop making white characters black.
We should start making. We should push for sequels of movies that shouldn't have sequels. Armageddon 2: The Search for Bruce Willis's Body.
Yes,
I would see that.
I would totally see
Hold on,
that.
time out. If it's a sequel where it's tastefully done,
I'm down for that.
original cast is involved somehow, I'm totally down. So I don't think the question is should Hollywood do them. Sure, they should.
Selectively.
But
them right.
do them correctly. You know, don't.
Yeah, not for the monies.
Or make original
Well-
ideas. Stop taking movies that worked, turning them either black or woman, and just throwing them back out there repackaged. That's shit.
Well, now,
If I'm never getting Face Off 2, everybody's got to suffer.
are they making two? Are they making two movies now?
This is they are. This is their made as like
Yeah.
a new
New
franchise.
franchise.
Yeah,
This looks like Sony's movie universe because
Wait, so they're making a movie with all women?
female, and then they're doing like an all male cast.
And they're
that
gonna
ties
meet
together.
up?
Yes.
They got to show
Chaz,
the men do
it's-
it better.
But Channing Tatum's gonna be in the male one.
So Babyface is sold.
Yes.
Come.
Here's a simple question.
Trips Truths here on WCBJ.
This question's all for you to answer. I'm gonna give it to you.
You gonna give it to me?
Yeah.
Who's it intended for?
Well, it's for the table, but
All
I'm
right,
giving
give
it to you.
give it.
How does Iceman not slip on his own ice? Does he have special things on his feet to prevent him from slipping?
Because he is the ice. He makes it as he goes. Right?
Maybe that's why.
That's
he's
exactly. That's why I'm
sliding.
giving it to you because that's the exact answer.
I did good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tony, why did you finally get a haircut?
Wait, but I thought this was to Trip.
No, it was to the table. That was
Trip, why do you think Tony got a haircut?
I just think he's maturing, and he felt like it was that time.
I mean, it was also I wanted all this fucking hair out of my face.
Listen, I've gone through it. I grew my hair out. Then you get to a point, you're like, it's just fucking time to be a man.
But you have the Clark Kent curl going on.
Thanks.
That's not because I didn't do
You'll
it.
get
Too
there.
far away.
It looks
long
better.
as I
All
didn't do
right,
anything.
I'm already digging a
Looked
hole.
better
Never
before.
mind.
Yeah, thanks for calling me not a man. So, what do you think of Groot having his own comic run?
Why?
Yeah.
Most
Unless
wordless
it's gonna be like some '90s books where Man-Thing like audibly thought his thoughts out.
Oh, bro.
It's gonna be the 6 Guardians of the Galaxy related comic.
Look, either it's gonna suck shit or
Or
it's
it's
gonna
gonna be the best thing
brilliant.
ever.
Yeah.
It's so shit.
There's
Suck
no in
shit.
between. Suck shit.
They suck shit.
suction.
Moving on.
Now that Spider-Verse is over, what's everyone's opinion of this arc?
No, go.
I heard
Elliot,
Grown.
do you want to scream? Do you
Nah,
want to
I'm
scream?
good.
You want to say something?
Did you enjoy the end?
I thought it was great.
Elliot, you can have the
No.
mic.
Oh god, the ending of Spider-Verse where he's like, now I know how to be a leader. Even though he did like jack to nothing about being a leader. I'm really excited about Parker Industries and that whole status quo, and I really want to see new stories told about that. And I loved ASM 16.
Wish he fucked a midget.
You did, technically. But there was none of that in Spider-Verse, and it was just nothing happened. I really wanted something to happen. Does anybody have any arguments against this? I actually agree with everything you said.
Well, but I enjoyed it. But
And I
agree.
get that it was supposed to be fun, and I get that it was, it was supposed to be like, see your favorite continuity, this, that, but it became gratuitous and it became disingenuous. Fun could have been 6 issues and that's it. Fun could have been 3 issues and tons of crossovers, but there was nothing that happened. I can't justify. What the fuck happened after Spider-Verse? Anybody got any reason?
I just want to mention really fast. Sokka was a really, really happy smirk, like that he's satisfied with his camera work.
Because he likes.
Well, Elliot,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, but one thing to
No, on Elliot's camera, it's like these little squares appear like when I play these fighter games with my son Aiden. That like it's like, oh, that's the target. Like I feel like I should be pressing a button to fucking blow you up.
Don't blow me up.
I just felt Elliot pucker.
in agreement to what you said, I thought the strongest issue.
Is
was
agreeance a real word?
Yes, it is. The-
Trip?
What?
Is agreeance a real word? English major?
Agree-esque. I don't know.
Agreeesque.
Agreeable.
I believe it's agreesque.
I kind of
Agreeable.
Angriest.
I thought the epilogue issue 15 was the strongest, which is funny because it technically ended at 14.
No.
But like even the fact that spoiler alert, Kane dies.
for the fourth time.
But
and
the
then-
final scene is him that
and
tickles.
Let's go into that for a second.
He had
Kane has died 4 times. There was Grim Hunt. There was I think it is 3
times.
Grim Hunt. No, 4 times.
Welcome to the CBJ
In
Spider-Man Semantics
In
podcast.
Scarlet Spider by Chris Yost, he died and came back in the same issue.
And the last episode.
And the last time, Grim Hunt, he died and came back at the end of that crossover, and now he
So it's like
died
Stop
and
Being
came back
Alive.
at the end of that crossover.
You actually-
I love Kane. I love fucking
But
Clone
that's
Saga.
why it was sad. It's like, oh crap, like Kane died, and then.
No, there was nothing. There was nothing.
No, it wasn't actually sad, but it was like, oh crap.
Nobody
wow,
gave a crap.
616 lost one of the
Get my good side.
When this conversation ends, a man.
The whole
The sitcom?
like I didn't like the ending of Superior because I felt like he jumped to give it to Peter too quickly, and I thought this would have been like the whole like maybe he grows through this. And there was a moment in when he met like Uncle Ben that had the whole speech with Uncle Ben that a lot of people hated, but I actually kind of liked, even though it did take the spotlight away from Peter. It was a great moment for a villain to kind of talk to the genesis of Spider-Man and kind of give him a pep talk. I thought that was awesome, but then it was all unwritten, and it was just even before he had his mind wiped, whatever, one more day shit. Before that happened, he was just like, I'm just gonna tear everything down. I'm gonna get really mad, like for no reason, even though he had been cooperating up to that point.
You're so fucking uncomfortable.
Elliot, you feel good about my nerd rage.
Okay.
I'm trying to think
I don't like to hate. I don't like to hate ideas right off the bat.
I'm trying to think where to go from here after this to justify this.
You are the dancing
Santa Claus.
You
I think
give
I
me
could
a
do Santa
big
Claus.
Are you guys gonna make out?
I want to put a period on it so I can
Dude.
so you can get off the show. There's no such thing as bad ideas, and as much as
Yes,
I would
it's a bad
rather,
idea.
as much as I would rather Spider-Man be a ground level hero, villain. There's no such thing as a bad idea.
We
And
should
written
do
well, it could be.
interviews like this.
He's
Where you
like
interview
your
somebody,
puppet.
like you sit on my lap and you interview people like Barack Obama.
No, I think any guest we have should just sit on your lap. I think next time Dan Slott's on,
Oh my god!
Dan Slott should just sit on Trip's lap the whole
But
time.
it actually looks like you're a ventriloquist. The way your hand is from where I'm sitting.
Don't let us see the hands. Let us see the hands. I don't want to know where the hands are going.
Trip's still missing one.
Trip's holding the
I
chair.
should.
Okay.
You have to
Good
dig a hole.
concept.
Thank you for the chance.
There you go. All right.